Hi, boys and girls. So today for writing, you have 2 Google Forms to complete. The first one is practicing roots. So it's grammar, vocabulary, practicing roots, which we've done all year long. There's 8 questions, and it's going to give you a sentence. So many aquatic animals can also be kept as pets. And then it's just saying which word from the sentence contains a root word that means water. So which word has a root word that means water? All of these we have gone over before. The scientists blame the disappearance of the dinosaurs on an asteroid, but some are not convinced. Which word from the sentence contains choosing the word from down here that has the root that means whatever it is it's saying up here. The second one, they're both 8 questions, so they're pretty quick, and they're multiple choice. The second one, this is a grammar skill that I noticed a lot of you guys were confused on. So it is complex and compound sentences. So same thing, it's going to give you a sentence and it's going to ask you, is this compound or complex? But before you do that, I wanted to quickly go over, and I will attach this anchor chart also just to help you if you are still confused. So the difference between a compound and a complex sentence. Writers will use compound and complex sentences to add variety into their writing. So you don't want to have all of one type of sentence. You want to kind of vary it. Here are some of the special rules. So a compound sentence is 2 simple sentences, meaning 2 short, independent clauses joined together by a comma and a conjunction. So this right here are all of the conjunctions that could combine the sentence: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. There'll be a comma first, then the conjunction, and then the 2 independent clauses will be connected. So I did my homework. That is an independent clause. It can stand by itself. It's a complete sentence on its own. I wanted to go to the park. That can stand on its own. It's a short, simple sentence, but it's still an independent thought. Okay. You can join these 2 independent thoughts and put them together to make a compound sentence by using the conjunction. So here they use but. I did my homework, but I wanted to go to the park. Notice they use the comma first, then the conjunction. In a complex sentence, it's an independent clause and a dependent clause. Dependent clause just means it's a part of a sentence that can't stand by itself. So it's not a complete sentence. It needs to be connected by an independent clause or a complete sentence in order for it to work. An independent clause can stand as a sentence by itself. A dependent clause is not a complete sentence and usually has as, after, although, when, while, until, because, if, or since in it. So here's the independent clause. I went to the park. And then it says, while my sister did homework. So if I just said, while my sister did homework, that is not a complete thought. But it can be a complete thought if I add it to an independent clause. If you put the dependent clause first, then you have to have a comma. You do not need a comma if the dependent clause is second. So if you do the independent clause or the complete sentence first, and then the dependent clause, there's no comma. But if you do the dependent clause first, so while my sister did homework, then you need the comma. So while my sister did homework, I went to the park. I went to the park is still independent. It's still its own sentence. It's a simple sentence. It's a small sentence, but it's still a complete thought. I went to the park. Complete thought. Subject, predicate, whole thing. The is not a complete thought. One more time. If the dependent clause is first, just like on this example, if the dependent clause is first, then you need a comma. If the dependent clause is second, then you do not need a comma. I will attach this. And then you are going to complete this form. So here's your first sentence. Mitch needed to run his mile less than 8 minutes. But was it going to be easy? Is that compound or is it complex? You decide. Okay. Any questions, again, please private message me or make sure that you sign up for my Zoom meeting at 12:45 tomorrow. Their link will be on the assignment board. It's on the third slide. All right, everybody, have a great day.